Y'all, it's time for One Piece.
Were
Let's
you
go.
trying to sound Russian?
No, no. I could if I wanted to. I am part Russian, but sort of
Sort of.
Russian Jew, but
Eh,
it's a bit finicky.
but
Anyway, um,
this was
Frankie and a shark racing each other. Yay.
yay. When's the next cover story?
Mhm.
So, um, first, this was definitely a crazy chapter.
Yeah, let's
I would
start
say.
out with the fact that Hadrudin or whatever Harudin is friggin' a what was it? He was a buggy pirate and jumped
Oh,
ship.
I don't think so. I mean, because he was something about like the pirate dispatch thing. Like,
Uh-huh.
does that mean like all the people? Like, I'm guessing that means that he was once part of Buggy's crew.
Either that or he was just like a part of the payroll or I like who knows, but Buggy is
And
using
I,
his Shishibukai status correctly.
but the other question is who were the other four S class? I mean, I want to assume that they're the other four giants, but I
Who
don't.
knows? I don't know, but if I was a Shichibukai, that's exactly how I would
What?
use it to get money and shit like that. You kidding me? Make it a business? Hell
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Um, but Buggy was funny. I
Yeah.
like, and they're like, "Oh, why did he leave?" You don't want to know. Because they're all going to. They're now all working under Luffy,
Mhm.
and then he's like, "Damn you, Straw Hat!"
Yeah.
But the fact, the one thing I thought was interesting was the fact that they were like, "Oh, well, now that Doflamingo's gone, I guess that means I'm taking over the sea." I'm
Yeah.
like, is the Buggy Yonko prediction gonna happen? Now, like, it's like, is he really teasing that possibility that he's going to buggy his way to being Yonko,
I guess so. I mean, it's certainly
or
looking
he's, or
like
is he
it.
gonna be like the new Don Flamingo?
I mean, yeah, I mean, he sort of is doing the same type of deal, just not as shady and not as grand.
Well, not yet.
Not yet.
I mean, maybe he might become a Yonko. Like I said, that would be the ultimate joke on Oda's part. It's like, Buggy's gonna become a Yonko because reasons.
Yeah, I mean,
Because,
I if I were him, like in his position, a Shichibukai is a much better
well, yeah,
position.
but remember at the same time, Fujitora is trying to remove that system.
Yeah,
So that would be like the how I could see the transition is like,
yeah,
the as the Yonko are falling, Fujitora somehow gets the Shishibukai system eliminated, and somehow Buggy something happens with Buggy that people are like praising him as a Yonko or something, and then he becomes a Yonko because of reputation.
I could see something happening like where, like if Luffy defeated Kaido and they like took a picture, it like Buggy would be standing over him or something like that.
And they would think, oh, Bug. Everyone thinks, or no, yeah, somehow like Buggy finds out that Luffy took his people. He goes after Luffy. He just happens to get in the middle of their be there when Luffy defeats Kaido, and then like a news person's taking a picture, and the angle he takes it from, it looks like Buggy defeated Kaido,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Buggy for Yonko! Buggy's a Yonko. He defeated Kaido."
Yeah.
That would be hilarious, and it would be such. That would be. That's how Buggy is.
Uh-huh.
So, but good to see Buggy again.
Of course.
Let's see. What's the next part? I think we should talk about is the the stuff with the Straw Hats.
Yeah, I think so.
So, which was broken up into 2 parts: the beginning of the chapter and the end of the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning of the chapter, they were sort of saying goodbye to Bartolomeo's group. They were just like, whatever.
Right.
And then I think, Bartolomeo's like fanboyness went into hyperdrive when Luffy his Bartolomeo's name.
Oh yeah.
When he Luffy'd his name, it was like, I thought he was gonna die of like fangasm. Especially since he was in the presence of the Thousand Sunny Senpai.
Uh-huh.
Like, he even calls the ship Senpai. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Of course, also interesting is the fact that they pointed out, oh, they got away from Big Mom with no scratches on the ship.
Yeah. Which is nice.
So, yeah, but also interesting. Which adds to the mystery of what the hell happened.
Yeah, right.
So,
I mean, Sanji, Big Mom's already done. Sanji took care of her. Shit.
Sanji's the new Yonko.
Yep, Sanji's the new Yonko. And, Luffy's gonna have to defeat Sanji. But it's not gonna happen because Sanji is too OP right now. You guys don't know. But we see the future, you have to understand.
If you've been watching our channel for a while now, you will have known that we can see into the future. We predicted.
Yeah, that's
many
sort of true, though.
Oh, that is actually true. We've actually said some things like some notable. I'm trying to think. What was a notable One Piece one? Since we're talking about One Piece.
That's a good question. I don't know how well we've been at predicting One Piece stuff, but I mean Toriko we were always just dead on. But let's not go there. But One Piece not as much, but there was some stuff I just can't remember.
But and then well, of course my original prediction from a year ago was completely wrong about the fact that 3D2I was hyping up the Red Hawk that I thought that Luffy was going to use Red Hawk to defeat Doflamingo, but
it seemed so right though. So I mean I can't blame you for that theory.
But anyway, and then so we see Kanjiro. They're like, what is he creating? Some type of snake? Nope, it's a dragon, and it looks so bad that they feel it's drawn so badly that they feel bad for it.
Except for Robin.
Robin's like, it's so cute. Like,
she's showing emotion. What is this devilry?
Is this like a new ability of her devil fruit? It gives her emotion?
Uh-huh.
Other than gloomy?
Yep.
Like, that's literally... Of course, then when you think of... But then again, when you think about it, Robin has a pretty dark sense of humor.
Yeah.
I mean, she'll, like... The situation will be, like, sort of bad, and then she'll, like, think of the worst possible situation, and then she'll have a smile on her face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Robin has a weird sense of humor. Anyway, then when we can come back to them so they start climbing up, and then when we come back to them, Kanjiro and Kinemon are like, okay, now that we've gotten to this point in the story, it's time for us to tell the next part of our story, or reveal our next secret that we should have told you from the beginning, but we waited until now because there's no point in telling you about somebody on Zou when we had to go through that 2.5 years of Dressrosa.
Yeah, Vindice much?
Yeah. So, but now they're another friend. They have to find another person that's their friend, and it's a ninja. So, how much you want to bet it's going to be a parody of Naruto ninjas?
That would be so funny.
Well, I'm calling it now because, I mean, we all saw how it was when Naruto ended last year.
Yeah.
And how they, did how Oda did that cover page. So I wouldn't be surprised if this guy is going to be based off of a character or just the idea of Naruto series.
Yeah.
I mean, being the fact that he's a friend with Kanjiro and Kinemon, he's probably going to lean more on the like comedic side.
Mm-hmm.
So most likely, I don't know. but it's the the thing now. Of course, Luffy's like, "Oh yeah, ninja," but that's not what's gotten people in terms of that particular part of the chapter. What people are talking about is the reaction of Law, like ninja. Like even Law was like
Yeah,
he
they're
didn't
like,
go full he didn't go starry eyed, but he was like you could tell he's excited.
I thought it was just funny just because I was hoping that it was gonna be more like don't you dare mention that name around us. But no, they're all like cool.
Yeah, and then
It's the whole
Robin's
pirate
like,
versus ninja thing, but
yeah, but then Robin's just like the typical reaction when a guy heavy thing is like, and she's like,
hmm
I don't see why it's special. But I
yeah,
mean, like, ninjas are cool. Like, come on.
of course.
And then of course, while Luffy's being all starry-eyed over the idea of seeing a ninja, something's flying at them from the sky. Don't know what it is. Possibly poo, since they're on the one of the hind legs, but most likely not.
You know what it could also be though.
I would hope it's not Kaido already.
It could be, but I mean,
I
it,
mean, he just got done trying to commit suicide by jumping off a sky island,
he's
so it would
like,
be a little too
let's do it
convenient.
again.
It would be a little too convenient at this point, especially since it would force a confrontation between Luffy and Kaido right then and there.
hmm
So, some people saying it might be Weeble. I'm like,
Or it could just, or it could, the encounter could just be
and they just fall
done.
past. Well, it probably it's probably either some sort of weapon attack or just someone being thrown off the island.
Yeah, probably.
Something probably just some random human that gets thrown off to showcase how much the Mink people, just to say, hey, remember that thing Law said about the Mink people not liking humans? Yeah, this
hmm
is what they do to humans.
Yeah.
And probably. But then again, they said it was supposedly flying towards them. So I mean, that could mean that it's heading directly towards them, or just, oh well, it's falling down and we're going up, so so it's heading towards us.
hmm
So, you know. But it's time for the part of the chapter that everybody's talking about: Blackbeard pirates versus revolutionaries.
Yeah.
So, first we go straight to the revolutionaries' base, where Koala's giving, I guess you'd say, the post-mission breakdown of, or should I say, analysis of the weapons
hmm
that they attained during the mission, with some new metal, some rare metal called wine something,
Wine still.
wine steel or something.
hmm
So some people are saying, oh, maybe that's related to Wapple.
Huh.
I'm like, really? Isn't his thing called like Wap metal or something, or Wapple?
I don't remember.
And then we had like Koala's like, oh, he commended Koala for her dragon commended Koala for her good work, and she's like, oh, Luffy and Sabo. It wasn't too much. Luffy and Sabo Kun were there too. Oh, you want to hear about Luffy? He's like, no, I've heard from Sabo. Now, yet people are saying, well, like, what the hell is wrong with you? He's your son. Of course Why wouldn't you want to hear about him? Especially since and then you turn around and they're like, oh, well, how's Robin? How's Robin? How's Robin? I'm like, well, people are like complaining. I'm like, dude, everybody's misreading the situation.
He literally heard the whole story from Sabo. He doesn't want to hear it again.
Exactly. And probably knowing Sabo, he probably talked about Luffy to him way too much, and it's more like, I've heard enough from Sabo. Like, come on, I just got done talking to him for like probably days about him
Mhm.
talking about Luffy. So it's not that he doesn't care about Luffy. It's just that he's sick of hearing about him from Sabo.
Yeah.
Possibly in general, because I mean, after the whole War of the Best, everyone knows that Luffy's his son. So I'm assuming like all the general soldiers are like, oh my god, did you hear Luffy? Hey Dragon, did you hear Luffy did this? Hey Dragon, hey Dragon, hey Dragon, hey Dragon. It's at like they're turn like he's basically become surrounded by a bunch of little fairies, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
So
Hey,
hey,
listen.
listen,
Hey,
hey,
listen.
listen, hey, listen. Yeah, that's probably how he feels right now when it
Mhm.
comes to Luffy. But apparently there was rumors going around that Robin had been captured.
Right.
Of course, had that whole friggin' fake straw hat thing had to rear its ugly head in once again.
Mhm.
No, she's fine. She's fine. So, since Robin asked about her, I'm curious. Since Dragon asked about Robin in particular, makes me question. Was there during the time skip? Did Robin and Dragon hook up?
Probably
I
not.
mean, well, I mean, Robin did have some weird fascination with the dragon
Mhm.
that Kanjiro. So maybe who knows? Maybe she got some of Dragon's dragon.
Yeah, I guess
Nah, probably not.
Robin's Luffy's mother now.
Well, no. Which is, I still want to see what. I mean, come on, Oda. That is legit. Like, what reasoning does he have to hide not only who his mother is, but who his grandmother is? Like, come on. Where are the women of the Monkey D family?
I don't know, but
Like, even if they're dead, can you at least show us in a flashback, like, okay, what they looked like, what their personalities were like? Because honestly, based on what we've seen from Dragon, I think Luffy is more likely. It's probably once we do see what his mother looks like, I think he's probably going to end up looking more like his mother.
probably.
Maybe, maybe. Um,
Well,
now as for
only thing we
okay,
can say is that Croc's story just keeps getting more interesting because
I know.
apparently, and now he's royalty too. I mean, come on,
Wait, what?
Sanji's mother
Oh yeah, that's right.
or father, or both.
Well, that would be weird. So what did he like create a sand clone of himself as a man,
Mhm.
and then impregnated himself?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
So,
Croc is Croc. He finds a way.
he finds a way.
He found a way with Brooke. I mean, I don't know how the fuck he did it, but he did it.
He used Ivankov used his horn. Didn't you know Ivankov has hormones that can make you look younger?
Mm.
How do you think Ivankov's been around long enough to help Croc stay young enough to become the mother of every Straw Hat?
Yeah, that's true.
In fact, you're gonna find out that Croc's been the mother of every male character every character in the series birthed by was actually birthed by Crocodile.
Mhm. It's just too bad that well, it's a good thing for him that the world government hasn't found out that he's also the father of Gold Roger, but otherwise he would be in some deep shit.
No, remember he's the father and the mother of Gold Roger.
Oh yeah, that's true. He would be in
And
for like they would like kill him, revive him, and then kill him again just for
and
that.
then but wait a minute, it's a time paradox. You kill Crocodile, everybody on Earth ceases to exist because they're both their mother and their father have been killed in Crocodile.
Mm, that's a good point.
No, but so after after we find we after we Dragon got done asking about his boo Robin, we see Sabo doing some really kick-ass Marimara no Mi training,
Hmm.
or at least that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
And then then we find out Birches is on the island. He just jumped on the first ship he could find to get away from Dressrosa, and he conked out. And when he woke up, he was apparently on the ship of the revolutionaries, and they went back to base, and he found their base.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, and now he's gonna lead the rest of the Blackbeard pirates there to have the presumably to have the Blackbeard pirates attack the Revolutionary Army,
Yeah.
or bribe the government with the knowledge of his location.
Yeah.
I don't know what else Blackbeard would want from the government.
I have no clue, but
I mean, he went through all the trouble to become a Shishibukai so he could get to Impel Down to get those people out to be part of his crew, and now he's a Yonko, has Whitebeard's power. What more would he want from that he could get from the government? Like, maybe he wants the friggin' secret that's hidden, the secret treasure of Mary Jo that, the one that Doflamingo knows about. Who knows?
yeah.
Who knows? Maybe the government has some secret devil fruits that he wants. I don't know.
Who knows at this point?
But then again, as we didn't actually see Blackbeard or communicate with Blackbeard, so Blackbeard himself might not even want to bother with fighting Dragon.
Yeah.
It might be too troublesome, especially since Dragon has now requested all the leaders of the Revolutionary Army show up. So that means we're going to see Ivakov and what's his name and Scissor Guy.
Oh,
Izuma,
yeah.
And I don't know any of the other leaders, because besides Sabo, Kuma's no longer with us, so he can't jump in. But of course, knowing Oda, we probably, especially since we're going on hiatus next week, which I hate, we're probably not going to see any more from the Revolutionaries for a while.
Yeah, probably not.
So, yeah. So like I said, on one hand, Blackbeard could, there's just so many possibilities of what Blackbeard might do with this information. But like I said, most likely, to go back, since the chapter ended off back with the Straw Hats on Zoe, most likely we're going to focus on whatever the hell was flying at the Straw Hats or towards the Straw Hats, and then we're going to be making our way onto the top of the elephant and actually possibly find the Straw Hats finally being all together for the first time in almost 100 chapters.
Yeah.
So I definitely have to say this was a very, very, very good chapter.
Hell yeah, it was.
So, Oda, keep up the good work and hurry up from your break.
Yeah, just make the week go by quicker. How about that? I'm sure you know how to do it. I'm sure there's devil fruit for that somewhere.
Well, don't forget to also make it count. We don't want him to rush too much. I mean, we want him to make sure that he uses that week to rest and recover, so he doesn't, have more health problems. Because the only thing worse than Oda taking a 1 week break is an Oda taking a more than 1 week break because of illness.
Mm-hmm.
So, utilize the time wisely, but don't take too long. Even though, no matter what we say, a week is still a week, regardless.
Yeah.
Of how quickly you rest, which doesn't really make any sense. But so, just return. Make sure you return after that week, and don't dare go near Dragon Quest.